We all know they call Las Vegas Sin City. Well, this week, the curling has been sensational. The Continental Cup. Over the years at the Continental Cup, they have been one of Team North America's biggest weapons. However, this year, Jennifer Jones and her Olympic champion team have struggled. Just a half point is all they have to show from 2 games so far. And this afternoon, well, they get another tough test. Satsuki Fujisawa and the world silver medalists from Japan. So, can Team Jones get their mojo back? It's women's team play. Las Vegas, it is drawing Continental Cup. It remains cool. At least the rain has gone. We're heading towards a high today of 15 Celsius, or about 60 degrees as we speed down the Las Vegas Strip. Earlier today, our final look at mixed doubles, the new discipline for the Olympics. We'll see that in about a year from now in Korea. Vicky Persinger and Kevin Cooey teaming up in the first half of the 8-end game, and that was a wonderful draw for 4 as they went on to a big win, 14-6 over Team World. In fact, Team North America took 2 of the 3 matches to pick up an additional 4 points and now lead by 4 as we head into team play tonight and again this afternoon. As on this Saturday, we say hello, Canada. Welcome back to Las Vegas and our coverage of the Continental Cup. Cheryl Russell alongside Satsuki Fujisawa. We got a really good look at her last year in Swift Current when she won a silver medal in the Worlds. Here in Las Vegas, slow start, but looks good now.
They do. We talked about the fact that they've not had an opportunity to play on ice like this very often. This ice is swinging. So their first game, it was a school moment for them. They learned how much ice they had to take, what type of releases they had to throw. After that, they beat Jamie Sinclair in the team game. Then Mari Motohashi was brilliant when she played the mixed doubles. She had figured it out. I think you'd prefer to play this team earlier in the week than now.
By contrast, Jennifer Jones and her Olympic champions from Sochi, they lost to the reigning world champion Vinia Felcher. And then Jennifer Jones in mixed doubles teamed up with her husband Brent Lang and lost. And then she steps on the ice in team play against Anna Hasselborg and gives away a half point when her last rock rolls out. I guess the frost got her.
Yeah, it really did. The frost has got a lot of the teams here, but for Jennifer, she's very guilty of playing so aggressive all the time, maybe not adjusting to the ice conditions. The ice has been tough. It's all about better ice, better team, and you're going to see a totally different Jennifer Jones out here because the frost is gone. The ability to put those rocks on the X and put pressure on your opponent is what this team's all about. They should be able to do that tonight with the conditions.
So when we come back, it's team play. Jones against Fujisawa from Las Vegas.
The 2017 World Financial Group Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. The 2017 World Financial Group Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. By Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for 22 years. And by Scotties Sponge Towels, Purex, and Cashmere, proud to support the Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Well, after a morning of mixed doubles, we return to team play and the other games on the ice. It's Rasmus Sterna from Team World, last year's silver medalist at the Worlds, against Heath McCormick, a former U.S. champion. And Anna Hasselborg, the rising star in women's curling, will play Chelsea Carey, the reigning Canadian champion. Right now, it's a 4-point lead for Team North America as it's time to meet the teams now, brought to you by Home Hardware. Homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. Representing Team World from the Tokoro Curling Club, skipped by 25-year-old Satsuki Fujisawa with Yorika Shoishida, Chinami Yoshida, and their veteran third, Mari Motohashi. From the St. Vital Curling Club in Winnipeg, Jennifer Jones, joined by Don McEwen, Jill Officer, and Caitlin Laws. as we say, the weather has improved greatly, and we expect no ice problems for this or any of the remaining games. It's going to turn sunny tomorrow, temperature getting above 60 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 11 or 12 degrees Celsius. Few handshakes. It will be Team North America, Jennifer Jones, that does have the last rock here in this opening end, playing the Redstones. You made a point that you thought it was better to play this Fujisawa team early than later. You think they've just improved that much, do you?
They have. You know, it is watching them figure out the ice, and then the ice has improved on top of it as the weather has gotten better. So I think they figured it out and figured it out quickly. They've got a good coaching background, and JD Lind is with them, and he's helping them as well, along with Rick Lang and Deb McCormick. So lots of support.
And also, as Satsuki Fujisawa makes her way down, we told you she lost last year's World Final in Swift Current to Vinia Felcher of Switzerland. It's the addition of Mari Motohashi at the third position that really has helped this team. She had taken a year off to give birth to her first child, but she brings 2 Olympics experience to this team, and she brings a bit of calmness as well to the 25-year-old skip. So here we go. It's women's team play. Each of these games is worth a single point. We're playing 8 ends. If we are tied at the end of 8, we'll split the point. And getting us underway is Yorika Yoshida.
The frost is gone. It was beautiful this morning. It'll be even better this afternoon, and that has to help Jennifer Jones' chances to get this back on the rails, because they've really struggled so far. A combination of not getting the room in the right spot, guessing on draw weight, which a lot of the teams have had to do. And I think Jennifer just plays so aggressively, Cheryl, that she wants those conditions to be so good so they can, like a shot like this, when Dawn gets this buried top 4, it's a world of hurt for the other team, but they haven't been able to do it.
Got lots of room here.
I think it makes them a great team that they're always aggressive, but at times we've watched them start off with a deficit because they step out onto new ice and they, are just as aggressive as if they've been on the ice for a week. So it's can sometimes catch them by surprise.
Okay, so now there's Dawn going deep. She goes center line back 8. You wonder if, in fact, the ice may say one thing, her head may say another still.
Right, because her first shot in their last game yesterday would have been lucky to get 8 feet over the hog line with that speed. So it's an adjustment. Now they have had a practice, so you can't make a whole bunch of excuses for Dawn. She really should have made that one, but the surface is great. So we're going to see some good shot making here from both teams.
And right back to it. Let's take a look at the keys to the game. And we'll start with Jennifer Jones.
Well, I said in the title, green light, and that's because they can be confident now. They can get the broom in the right spot. They'll know the pass. The brushers will be that much more accurate, putting the draws on the X. So it's all about thinking offense, apply pressure.
So nobody's been able to keep it in front of the tee line. Everything so far slipping behind, and this one looking it's going to join them.
Okay.
And it's
wow.
12-5 and the other girl, they said, oh, it's gotten keener there. Yeah.
Well, there again, I mean, let's go back to what you both always say, is that, now that's 3 rocks down the same path. It's going to be a little faster.
I was talking to Lainey Peters just before this game, and she said, the one game where it was rock after rock, she goes, it's embarrassing, but we're trying to realize how much quicker it gets every rock down, and she said, we just weren't figuring it out.
Gonna have to sneak it by, and they do. And they'll sit there, sit 2, back 4. All right, now the keys for the team from Tokoro, Satsuki Fujisawa.
Well, of the 6 women's teams that are here, Team Japan gives up the most stolen ends per game, 1.5. So that's one thing they're going to have to protect against, and they're going to have to watch without the hammer of shutting down the forefoot. And then attitude. We saw them at the Worlds last year, and their attitude, I think, is what creates their winning success. And now with the pressures they have on them after that success, can they create that attitude on demand?
Well, that has already plagued them because they had a disappointing Pacifics finishing third. Well done. Great brush. And the inside roll sits at the back of the button, but full credit there to McEwen and Laws.
Good sweeping, guys.
Still, though, behind the tee line. But that disappointing Worlds means, or Pacifics means they won't be at the Worlds.
Yeah, they ended up third and won't have an opportunity to get back there this year. It's and JD talked a little bit about after the Worlds, they went back to Japan and they were like rock stars, famous, and the pressure from the media and even their own expectations. That's hard at this young age for them to deal with, so they're learning that as well.
Same shot.
Perfect roll
same
from
weight or
Jill.
hair
It just carved it by that
Nothing
tight
more.
guard. And
I don't mind the same, just nothing more. Okay.
nice little opportunity sneaking up here. Soften the weight a little bit more here.
Let's set it. Yep. Whoa. Hard. Not the same. Whoa. 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 No.
No!
No.
No, never! No!
Yep.
And we'll just touch the other stone on the way back, so it's corner frozen. Remember now that it is Team Jones that does have last rock playing the red stones here in the first.
Jennifer tied with Team Hasselberg, and I made the comment that Hasselberg's DNA, her style of play, it can be difficult for Jennifer. Like, you can say the same thing here. This is a wonderful, wonderful hitting team.
Going to be a struggle, and they won't win it. Watahashi crashing on that center guard.
Took way less ice than Jill did, and it has to be in a fresh spot.
She played so well in that mixed doubles, teaming up with Christopher Sva
Like to lie 3.
of Norway. Made some wonderful shots.
Okay. Sure.
Maybe even, you know, for herself in that mixed doubles game, she was kind of icing herself too. So if Satsuki hasn't
You like
quite
there?
figured out the ice, especially in the early ends, that could cost them.
Yeah, I don't like there, so I like this better.
I'm just trying to think. I think this will be okay here, and then but once it gets out of that path, it'll come off.
You try to get too cute in these, Cheryl, don't you? Try to go over the side, keep some separation, and you don't sit 3. Just there's a double already, so you're never going to prevent a double. So get this into the 8-foot somewhere, hopefully
Looks like you gotta
even with
go.
that top
You gotta
rock, and
go.
take your chances.
Really hard.
Hard, we're holding it.
Really hard. Never off. Never
hard,
off. Hard. Get it in. Come on, get it in. Come on. Go.
Jones out to join now. McEwen, an officer on the stone from Peyton Laws, looking to get a bite and just. And that's good enough for a little pat in the back.
Well, gives them a chance. Something happens to that back yellow one, and it brings that top stone into play.
The Yoshida sisters. And now able to hold it to make contact, but not enough to keep it in play. And it spins to the back. Still in play. Could be a jam situation.
Sorry, Vic, I just say early ends that a little bit more weight. It just doesn't seem like enough. You can't hold the line.
Such a young team. It takes so long to be a wonderful ice reader like when you're up against a Jones, for instance.
Okay, more room.
Well, and have that instinct to throw that extra weight first end. You don't even need to be told. You just kind of know it.
Yep.
No, then. Stay with it, though. Looks light. Stay with it.
It's not light, it's
Pass
good.
the curl still. The finish. Hard. Whoa, let it work. Whoa.
No, it's full forward.
Yep.
But it finishes.
It's
Well, we mentioned J.D. Lind
Yeah, you did. I thought I
from
might run
Calgary,
into
who
that.
has been their coach since the Olympics of 14 and has guided them last year, of course, to that silver medal. He's here acting as a translator for the team.
He's really built that program up in Japan and is committed right through until the 2018 Olympics and maybe possibly past that.
And he's very, very helpful, accommodating to us. And he started his coaching career right out of junior at the age of 21. Charlie Thomas was one of his first. Interestingly enough, when you're doing some fine little gems, that Alberta, this team from Tokoro, which is Hokkaido in the north, Alberta's sister province is Hokkaido. Yeah, interestingly enough. No. Oh, they get the shot stone. A little glancing blow gets the shot stone. So, but it still leaves Jones sitting the 1, full in the 8-foot, top 8.
9.4 だったらちょっと曲がるのかな。ちょっと早めにする。
Getting caught in the pebble, Cheryl. It's that simple.
ちょっと徐々にフラストがまた強くなってきてるかも。
Looked like a good break, but it kicked this yellow one out a little bit. It's not that difficult now to sit 4 for Jennifer with hammer, no guards. Huge opportunity. That was actually a bad break to tick that thing. I thought they'd hit the back one and roll underneath as opposed to trying to get a buried at a rock that's 2/3 buried.
Get. Oh, whoa! No! Off! No.
Jennifer Jones in her first.
Never, ever, ever.
Officer and McEwen back away. Now a couple of late lifts, and there it is. Now it sits 1, 2, 3, 4. Shot rock top 8.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Really finished, eh?
Yeah. Just didn't want to not curl enough.
Yeah.
They actually lost it right here. Jennifer screaming never, ever, ever, and all of a sudden.
That's okay. This way, at least, like.
Now there's a pocket back here, a chance to get out of jail with a nice freeze.
I was thinking to make sure we rolled low because then she can't freeze and like at least we'll still get 2. Is what I was thinking. I thought if we rolled
Right in front.
yeah.
Probably 2
Good shot.
options here. You can play that freeze or you can try and play that double.
As long as you roll buried, you mean?
Yep.
Double, yes.
That's
Kind of across the face.
Right, right.
早いのでいくかな。早いのでこっち誰も使ってないよね。そうだね。トリプルにするかな。トリプルにする？間をドン。ノーズかな。ノーズか。こっちからインターンの方がいい？これロールはどう？どっちかだよね、多分。これやるか。ロールしたら、多分あれは多分ジャムして残ると思うんだよね、これ。
This is pretty close to the same spot where she wrecked on the guard, so she should have a bit of an idea of what to take for ice.
OK。
ちょっとこっちはダブルいくけどね。
Looking to run this back, are they?
とりあえずダブルでいきます。
Yeah, try to get that left hand red, which rolls you somewhere in behind, but you want to be buried. If the double doesn't come off and you don't roll to a good spot, it's a 4. What'd you do, Cheryl?
I think I'd try to play the double and the roll.
Freeze is tempting too.
Fujisawa. Motohashi calling on the brush. Final stone, run it back, bang. Now needs it to spin a little farther, and they will sit underneath, showing a corner, but they are the shot stone, top edge of the 8.
Great try, but she hit it really hard because she knew she had to hit it thick. She got the roll she wanted, but angle race for 4 here.
You're rolling the shooter on too?
I think so.
You can.
The only danger, it's a good point, Vic, if you to roll the shooter on that, you might jam at the back. So the main thing is get that yellow thing out of there. So she might just play the nose hit for 3. Quite happy with that.
Final stone right now. It is a stolen point on the board for Fujisawa. Caitlin Laws calling line. Officer McEwen. Angle it back. Got it. Jam. Catches. Oh, and then the jam at the back.
Thinner. Yeah.
And it's just the one.
Hit it thinner. Too thin? Yeah. Either that or hit it thinner. Huh? Either that or hit it
There
thinner.
in hindsight. He hit it a little thinner. Fujisawa escapes, giving up just the one. Jennifer Jones in North America get only 1. They couldn't make the shot after Satsuki Fujisawa made this with her last.
What a brilliant shot. To throw it that hard against 4, rolls it right underneath. Gets a little unlucky here, but rolls it far enough to be shot rock buried, which forces the error from Jennifer Jones.
Key shot brought to you by Purex. It's Purex or nothing. And let off the hook a little bit as we welcome you back to the Orleans on this Saturday afternoon. World Financial Group Continental Cup team play this afternoon and then again tonight. During the break, we were saying that maybe hindsight, you're Jennifer Jones, you say, okay, let's not be too greedy. Let's just run it straight back, stick it, and we'll get our 3. Don't worry about rolling the shooter on, Cheryl.
Yeah, you know, you've got to really focus on that one shot, and you're trying always. We've seen it a few times this week where you're trying to get the most out of a shot, and you end up not getting anything out of it. I really like this call from Team Japan. You know, we talked about the fact that they do give up a lot of steals. They've got hammer this end. They're going out to the wings instead of coming around the forefoot, getting shut down and ending up giving up a steal because they don't make a last one. This kind of leaves things open, a little bit more breather room.
Especially against Team Jones. Look what happened in number 1. They nearly lost the game right there. So it's a great call.
I think they need to take a breath after
Yes, yes.
And here in the second, it will be Fujisawa that does have last rock. They have the hammer playing the yellow stone. 2 other games on the ice. Both of them blanked the first. Sterna against McCormick in men's play. And Hasselberg against Chelsea Carey, the reigning Canadian women's champ.
Yeah.
Line's very tight. Line's very tight. You got to rub off, guys. Keep going. Keep going. Hard. Okay. Okay. Good job.
Well, at least they unlocked. They're not staggered. But it looks like both front ends struggling a little bit with draw weight. Go back to that first with Dawn going deep with both of hers, and now Jill unable to wrap one around.
I'll get rid of that center guard. Good opportunity here.
Right in the middle. Gets them both and leaves the shooter sitting right there. Center line.
I think they're laughing because they didn't want to leave a center guard. They needed to hit that a little thicker and kind of glance off the right hand guard.
But it's their rock, so that can't hurt too much.
Line's tight. Line's real tight. 12 foot. Okay, 8 foot. Whoa, whoa, room. It needs to stop. It needs to stop. It needs to sit.
Fighting for even.
It needs to stop.
Fully.
Needs to stop. It's going to come out the other side. Good.
Good throw.
And around it goes. So nice adjustment there by Jill Officer. Coming up light with her first, and then just adding that a little bit extra, and maybe giving a little bit more ice too, and wraps it around. Chinami Yoshida.
You can see already with the perfect ice conditions, the type of pressure Jones can put on the opponent. Some real nice come arounds.
Hey.
The new homeowner, Caitlin Laws,
Lots of lines.
moved into her first house before
It
in
needs
the
to
fall.
cross
And
center here.
I was asking, so did you host a big Christmas party? Did you do the turkey? No.
You gotta go.
I had some, opened some gifts, but then we all went to Mum's. We're still going to Mum's.
Not enough plates yet.
Oh.
She was telling us about all the snow that she had to shovel in her new sidewalk, her new driveway.
No blower. Yeah, she didn't have a snow blower.
Welcome to homeowner.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, quite a bit wider this time.
Runs it back, jams it, but spills the shot stone into the open, leaves her own guard center line.
Wait for top button.
Okay, full floor, guys. Out wider.
Out wider.
Out wider. Might come off more. Out wider. Line's good. Got room still. Lock line.
You need full floor.
Need to bury it.
Needs to curl.
There it goes.
Go,
There it
go,
goes.
go, hard.
Hard.
Gotta be
Hard.
full floor.
Hard.
Gotta go, Don. You gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go.
Boy, it that little
Sorry, I thought you wait a second.
last turn, and it went right underneath.
You heard Jen right away, you know, giving some information to the brushers as where the path was. She said it was out wider, and that's critical on ice like this because that could be 20 feet difference just if Caitlin, you know, set the rock a little bit or slid a little wide on it. So a lot of information on this kind of ice has to pass hands.
I thought they'd play the double here, Cheryl.
And it's there.
Oh, yeah. I know they just made this one, but the degree of difficulty here is much higher.
One more time. Bang, bang. Oh, she ticked it. Yeah, and thankfully she ticked it out into the open. Nearly ticked it right underneath.
Definitely taking a defensive posture here, trying to, as you said, simplify, keep it open so they can make their last shot. But at some point in time, you need to score a couple.
Yeah, kind of like what Caitlin threw across the middle in the first end, like that. So a
Okay.
little bit.
Full 8.
Okay.
I'll let you know the line. I would think the speed would be similar to what Caitlin just threw.
yeah.
I think it'll come down a little bit.
Okay.
That would be my guess.
Yeah.
Line's good.
Line's
Got
good.
room right now. Line's great.
Well, our first look at Anna Hasselberg, the rising star in women's curling,
Go, go, go.
coming off that silver medal at the Europeans just before Christmas. Played that in Glasgow against Chelsea Carey, the reigning Canadian women's champion.
Hard.
Chelsea tried to freeze to that rock, came up a little light out in the pebble, and
Sorry, Don. Bonky, because Caitlin came in and I got to get out of the way.
tough shot though.
We watched Anna play a shot like this last night where we said, you know, make sure you get your one and use your sweepers at the end to maybe tap for your deuce.
Agnes Knockenhauer, Sophia Mobergs, Sarah McManus calling line. Boy, oh boy, look at this. Oh, great shot. Wonderful touch.
Bra, Anna. Jättebra sopat, Agnes. Härligt.
Very impressive team.
Jennifer Jones with her first. Unable to wrap it around. Boy, oh boy. And got nothing. Wow. You know, we were looking at the other game, the update, and I thought at one point in time that she looked, Cheryl, at maybe playing the angle double and roll, or at least getting the top one in the top 12 and rolling over.
Yeah, she did look at that. I mean, this was, I think, a simpler shot. You play that in turn, roll in underneath your double guards. Might not even leave an easy run. But double's tough.
We talk about the technical ability of this team, Japan, which is amazing, very impressive, but you have to throw with the right speed, and she just threw that right through the break.
But it might, I just
probably,
might
as Vic said, thinking about, you know, previous games where out wide there in the snow, it was going to come down quite a bit, and it didn't.
Much more.
Mine's great.
Final stone for Jennifer Jones. Scored one in the first. Really had the opportunity for a bunch.
Halfway, Caitlin, halfway. All right.
Brand new path.
I just didn't want to be deep. But
It's way heavier out there.
Yeah, I thought
Well, she's going to get a second chance at this now.
Look at your hair more.
All she can't afford to do is to roll to the outside very much.
The other option, so the out turn draw, but I think they were just scared off by what happened to Jennifer's. So this is quarter buried. It's not simple. Tick the guard, it's 3-0.
15.5 on same level on this side, right? So probably.
The bonus is she just threw it, so she got at least a bit of a read off her last one.
Sorry, I didn't want to be deep.
Just to take a pile of weight off of that last one.
Well, that's right. And then don't you have to make the adjustment with ice, Cheryl?
You do. You know, and that is the guess. How much weight did you overthrow by? How much less ice do we take if you throw some down weight at it?
And they're backed off again, the Yoshida sisters. Going to do it again?
Yes, the weight.
Really? Wow. Twice missing. And it results in a steal of 2. Well, starting tomorrow, we are going to turn our attention to skins play. And here are the games tomorrow. Fujisawa against Kerry. These are in the afternoon, coming your way at 4:30 Eastern Time. Sterna will play McCormick. And in the mixed play, Mark Kennedy is going to skip the North American team, and Ben Hebert will throw the second stones. In the evening games that come your way 9:30 Eastern Time, Anna Hasselborg will play Jen Jones. Nicholas Edin against Reed Carruthers. And in the mixed side of things, we'll see Thomas Ulsrud there, as he'll keep Christopher Sva, team up a couple of Swiss players, including Vinia Felcher, the reigning women's world champion, while Kevin Cooey will take Brent Lang into the mixed game against Ulsrud. Nicholas Edin to play Reed Carruthers tomorrow night. And Nicholas is with Brian.
Nick, remember the first time I got to watch your team? It was in Vancouver, the Olympics, so exciting. And watching you guys, I thought, man, you guys can throw the high, hard one, those great shots. How much do you enjoy playing Skins game or watching the game in the format?
Oh, we love the format. It's super fun to play. It's always an offensive style of play. All the teams come out there to make some nice shots, and we love it.
You were telling me, though, you don't practice it very often.
Almost never, actually, but we've played it a few times at the Continental Cup, obviously, and then when we have to play at these events, we usually do a practice just before we go, but not a lot, no.
I understand you've never been to Banff, Alberta. Now you're going the Skins game in just a couple weeks' time. How much are you looking forward to that?
A lot. We were really happy to get that invite, and it's going to be a super cool event. We've watched it many times. So it's going to be so much fun to play, and then obviously it's going to be really tough games, but Hopefully more than one.
And I hope you get there okay as well, because you were telling me you actually had some problems on your flight getting here in the first place. What happened?
Yeah, the vice president kind of delayed our flight there, so we missed the connection. I had to stay 10 more hours at the airport. That was not nice of him.
You know, he's a two-time world champ, man. What's up with that?
Yeah, I don't know. Misinformed.
Anyways, we appreciate your time and look forward to seeing you not only tomorrow, but in Banff as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
As Nicholas mentioned, he will be on the ice in the opening semifinal in men's play against Kevin Cooey. And Brad Jacobs will play Mike McEwen for that $100,000 in total prize money. Pinty's All-Star Curling Skins game, February 3, 4, and 5. Here in the third, down 3-0. Once again, it is Satsuki Fujisawa who will have the last rock, has the hammer playing the Yellowstone. One corner is up, and now trying to wrap it around and come to the shot stone tee line in the 8-foot. Now in the women's skins play, Jennifer Jones, Olympic gold medalist, will play reigning Canadian champion Chelsea Carey. Eve Muirhead has accepted the invitation, and she will play Val Sweden. Those are the games that we'll have for you when we go to Banff in a few weeks' time.
To see both those European teams, Eve Muirhead, Nicholas Edin at that event. Both have the upweight ability, know how to play with a lot of rocks. It should be exciting.
You've got our two Olympic champions from Canada there, and it'll be high octane. It's just that format just leads to that, and there'll be some high hard ones coming in against 4 or 5 rocks.
And you heard Nicholas Edin say that he watched it, has watched it, and realizes that for 2 games there's the opportunity to win lots of money.
For Nicholas's case, to come all the way over from Sweden to the far side of Canada to play guaranteed 8 ends, 1 game, he has to win to get to the second game. They obviously really want to play. Close. Team Fujikawa scored 7.38 points a game, so they should be able to muster some offense here.
I think we want to be
Heath McCormick, after the blank in 1, picked up a couple against Rasmus Sterne. And now the Dane has the hammer playing in the third. It appears certainly 1. Jones sitting 1, very close for 2.
You're better, guys. You're better. Not moving yet, but they're going.
A lot more confident, Team Jones. You can tell when the discussion on draw weight, they're all just know now. They feel it. They can. It's just that much more predictable out there.
Keep going.
You're right on when you say it's a different team. When the ice and the conditions are good, they're in their element.
Russ and I were talking a little bit at the break that I wondered for Team Japan if, you know, the ice, the change, they kind of caught on to the ice when it got a little bit frosty. They knew they had to throw weight. Things were curling more. And now she got caught this last end with those 2 flashes, not really catching on to the fact that it's not swinging as hard as it was.
Yeah, out that wide where she had to throw, they were curling crazy yesterday. So I think it's just that memory, that wonderful memory hurt her.
Mari Motohashi. This is a big carry if it's got enough juice in it. And it does not.
I think we have to go here. Okay. Or we go here. I like this. Me too.
What's the difference in strategy, Cheryl, behind cover and then into the open?
Well, I think she's a little worried you ever slip behind tee line when you're going around the corner. But you also, if you leave it out in the open, you give her a hit and roll back in. So leave it a little bit higher. Make sure you're not deep on this. That'll be a key.
shorts the tolerance here for sure.
No line at all.
Okay, we
Look
can
ready, guys.
sliding.
Yeah.
T.
No. Back. No.
T line.
No, it's back 4. Okay, top one, Caitlin.
And back it goes.
If you're not positive on your strategy, pretend
I
you're
like
the other
these too.
skip. And what would you love to see happen?
agree.
And that's exactly what Team Japan wanted to see happen. Now they have a very good chance to lock one in there and put pressure on Team Jones.
Look where the brush is.
Yeah.
So there's still lots of curl.
It's beautiful ice.
Yeah, and there always was, I think, where we really noticed it with the frost was out in the wings where it would just snap. It wasn't a nice gradual curl.
Second chance for Mari Motohashi. Came up light with her first. Boy, all on its own. Not a lick given to this. And then down to it and bouncing off. Just too much ice, Russ?
I guess so. It's, again, Cheryl made a really good point yesterday that it's rotation with these rocks. They're so sharp that extra rotation.
Try to roll it flat. I guess if we're here and we roll
You
it
can
flat.
get such a different hog line in. That break point's so different. In the case of that one, it didn't break till really late. And yes, the short answer is move the broom in a bit.
A 9.
So why didn't you just say
That's
yes?
right.
Roll it a rock.
You could have just said yes.
Yeah, I should have.
We can hit this. Thin is better than hitting it, like leaving it there. So.
Okay.
Now she pretty much has to roll over into the pocket. You can't leave that pocket again.
Well, rolling underneath the cover, you mean? Jennifer Jones, her first. Leading 3-0. All these games are worth a single point. Get it by the guard. Get it by. Does. And rolls in and underneath. To sit 1, 2, 3, and close. 4 for sure, maybe even 5.
It's such a small little, better. I wasn't sure if that's what Caitlin's.
Makes the freeze tougher the way she rolled. Can't bounce off at all.
Dropping in on the game right next door, Rasmus Sterne. Down by a couple, the world silver medalist from Basel a year ago. Sitting the 1. And now this appears to be the draw for 2.
Heath McCormick had a really tough double, and he jammed it. Left that one buried rock for Rasmus to have a shot at a deuce here.
From the Vidovre area of Denmark, part of the greater Oslo area. And has to sit. And does for 2 to tie. Mentioned earlier, all these games are worth 1 point. We play 8 ends. And if they're tied at 8, we'll just split a point.
This has got a little bit of weight on it.
They just, she hasn't got this today, has she?
No.
You know, there's just some days you say, boy, they've got that draw weight in the pocket, but there's a hole in that pocket right now. There's nothing. There's nothing. And it's number of chances. Anna Hasselberg, after the blank and 1, opened with a couple in the second final stone now for Chelsea Carey out of the Glencoe Club in Calgary, the reigning Canadian champion.
Mine's fine. Mine's great.
Jocelyn Peterman, Lainey Peters on the brush, Amy Nixon, you can hear her saying line is fine.
Fighting for, or happy for, like,
And snuggles up beside for 2 to tie.
sliding the best. I'm out wider, but would you agree? Yep.
I'm with you, Russ. This could be a turnaround for Chelsea Carey's team. Like, We talked a few years back with John Morris. They just look really good. They look confident out there. They look like they're relaxed. It's, you know, they've had a tough year.
John's father, Earl Morris, great player, great coach, said exactly that. It was the elixir they needed. It was relaxing. You're a big team, different formats, and they just turned it around, and they got that mojo going, and ended up being the Canadian champions.
That's good timing for Chelsea and her team with heading into the Scotties.
Well,
2 feet too far, I think.
Yeah, and lets them off the hook here.
I think so.
You have to make it, certainly, and there's no guarantees, but my goodness, you wrap it around, and now she's drawing against 4 or 5.
It's just that much quicker. Both teams have been deep.
9本9本 OK B で切れすぎてこっちになっちゃってもいいからOK
Not much has gone right so far for Satsuki Fujisawa. The Yoshidas have her. Brush all the way. And that will work. They may just have a good look, but it appears, thank you very much, Peyton Laws. 1 yellow it is. 1 for Fujisawa. He's hunting a killer and hiding a secret. Cardinal, a 6-part event series. It starts Wednesday, January 25th at 10/9 Central on CTV. World Financial Group Continental Cup, the Orleans Arena. Day 3 here in Las Vegas. 3-1. Team North America, Jennifer Jones, leading Team World, and Satsuki Fujisawa. As we go to the 4th, and it will be Jones. It does have last rock. She has the hammer playing the Redstones. Long center guard went up from Fujisawa, and then Don McEwen came around, and it popped out the other side, but is sitting top of the button. You know, the other thing about this Japanese team, and when we had a chat with their coach, J.G. Lind, he said, look, we went in all in on those brushes last year, those directional brushes. And was it a result, or did it help them finish second at the Worlds? Well, you might be able to say so. There were times they made shots that may have surprised a lot of people. And they've had to adjust. They've had to relearn, Cheryl, the brushing game.
Right, and you know, we talked about last year watching players. They always were a little bit full because you knew the brushing could fix that, and you maybe were a little bit heavy because you knew brushing could fix that. So how do you adjust? And I think also they've, you know, in defense, they've only had 2 events, I think, since November when they brought Mari Motohashi back into this team. So it's a little bit of a new combination at back end. They're trying to get used to each other again. They moved their 3rd down to the 2nd position. So, you know, just getting used to each other, the sweeping, I think there's been a lot of changes.
That's a wonderful point, because when you change, you know, if you're at the club level or something, you make a couple changes, you might still win a few of your club games. But, you know, it's like a Tiger Woods. When you reform your swing, it could take a year.
Right.
You know, because look who you're playing against. You've got to be firing in all 8 cylinders to have a shot against a team like a Jennifer Jones.
Well, and you hear it. I mean, they use the golf analogy. You often hear golfers talk about adjusting to new equipment.
Right.
Their new equipment is their brushes. And Rasmus Stjerna, who is playing right next door, would tell you the same thing. He had a disappointing Euros. We won't see Denmark. We won't see Finland at the Men's World.
It's true. It's 2 upsets.
Edmonton. But we will see the Austrians. We will see the Italians.
Yeah.
same time.
タップかこっちのタップかどっちがいい
Well, this Japanese team was also really, because they're so young, they were only being looked at for the 2022 Olympics. There was really no plans for them to even entertain to be Team Japan at the 2018, but there is a possibility. They've had such a great couple years, so a lot of pressure on a young team trying to figure it all out and handle the pressure.
A lot of young women's teams that are very good in Japan.
And just.
反応なくなっちゃったね結構ね見てたらねふわって話してた感じなんか伸びなさそうな
Now they still did make their annual trip to Canada, which is the norm. We've seen that from Chinese teams as well. Binghu Wang may as well have taken up citizenship. She spent so much time here. But they spent 6 weeks here. No wins on the tour. Just made money in 3 of them, so they're down in the 44th position with just over $8,000 won. You compare that to Jennifer Jones, up around 75,000 plus.
No.
Interesting call, Cheryl. Too buried with hammer. I thought Jennifer might really apply some pressure. Oh, brother. Obviously, playing the come around for 3 might have made some sense.
That turns it around.
Oh, man.
That was dumb.
Wow. Team Japan hasn't been close to making a decent shot here,
Nope.
and they're guarding 2 rocks. Yeah, 2 in front of the tee line. I just thought they'd lob another one in there, even if you're short, and maybe choke off that one raise that was there.
Yeah, you don't tend to see Jen go to the defense like that, and there was that risk.
Obviously up 2 with hammer, you know, that crosses your mind, but the angles were pretty good for Jen.
And we've talked about this before. I'm one of those people who believes you read the opposition. You see a skip. They can barely get it across the hog line or keep it in the rings. And I'd want to keep pressure on her.
That's
do
exactly.
everything I can to make her throw stones.
Absolutely. And, you know, they've been struggling, Japan. They really have. Looked at the come around was 6 inches over the hog line. That would have been a good time to bounce back and try to put this game away while you have the chance.
7. Hair inside. Right on the nose. Nose or hair inside.
That's what makes this game fascinating. And that's the times when you throw the strategy book pretty much out the window, because you will look at the opposition and base calls on that.
A little cleanup work for Caitlin now. Nose hit will be close to the triple.
One, 2, and we'll get rid of 2. Jams it though, stuffs it underneath.
I rubbed it, but I don't think I moved it.
So still shot rock belonging to Fujisawa.
I wanted them all.
Looks a lot better though.
Shoot.
9ぐらいの感じで投げていい？そうだね。なりそう。ちょっとどこ一回も使ってないかな。アメリカに走れるみたいな。そうだね。
This was extremely slow this time last night. It'll be fine here now. So can they pick the right speed, Cheryl? Real good.
Real good to drag it that far. They haven't had much of their draw weight.
Try to move that. Yeah.
This red one was available to be raised to the shot rock. Now it's not.
Okay. Watch the shooter, like the other red one.
Yeah, the last thing you wanted to do with Japan is be deep and leave them a bigger pocket, so this gets in their way.
No.
Be able to raise their own red here too.
Bang. Oh, and they tickled it on the way by. But it did move it out just a little bit. However, there is that long guard that's just over the hog line.
I thought she might hit this and clip this one here into the rings.
Yes.
And you see now where that long guard comes into
Sorry, I thought we
play?
had it. Sorry.
It does.
Yeah, Caitlin's right. You're right. You not only brush it to maybe move the red up a bit, but they would have made the double to hit it a little thinner.
こっちウェイトわかるんだよね。こっちあんまりないから。こっちだよ。相手の方がこっちやらせた方が。こっちは。いいちゃってなんかトライになってダブルされると。
In a 2-2 tie, are they close enough to try and play a split here?
Yeah, I think so. I do.
Heath McCormick?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm guessing they're throwing, hitting it high side because that'll allow the thrown rock to spin.
Yep.
No, he's going the other way. He's crossing it. That makes it a little tougher because this rock, if they hit it thick, won't have any action.
Corey Dropkin.
Really curling.
Kyle Howell, Chris Plies calling line. One. And now they want to get it all the way through.
Fine.
And that's fine. Away it goes. Good try. It results in the blank. They'll hold that hammer as they go to the break.
That's fine.
A good weight to throw on it. At least you know you're going to get the blank out of it if you don't get enough, rather than forcing yourself to one.
Skip Stones here in the fourth.
This has a bit of a guess on Wade out here. This is where we saw the one guard come up really long. There's been a couple more rocks down this path.
This isn't short.
Oh, she's thrown a fair bit on that.
Oh, it's coming down now, boy.
Oh, that came down so
Goodness.
hard.
Oh, man.
That looked like a hit.
Oh, it did. It really did. And curl, too. Worked out well. It's in a good spot. It's usable. And this gives Jennifer really the only option she has is that run back.
What'd you guys get on that?
12-8.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It was
Like 3/4 of the way down, it just like
stop.
hit something, and
You could throw, I think, control weight takeout.
let's go,
Yeah.
Jen.
There's a lot of air movement in this building, and if there is a little bit of moisture, it can blow it around off the crowd. We're on the end sheet here, and the frost will go straight
Drawing
down,
was easy, we could draw. But
freeze on the ice, and you can get patches once in a while where the rock just won't glide through it. 12-8, I think she said. That's slow.
Very.
No. No, Jill. Yeah. No.
Jen Jones.
Whoa.
Nothing. Now. Yes. Yes.
Oh, great stone.
Really nice, Jen. Thank you.
What a save.
You can see it in the faces. Down there, it looks like a giant.
And now forced to go way outside. Again, that brush down on the edge of the 12.
Well, then this is going to be so different from the other side, Vic.
Well, I mean, my goodness, she's been guessing all along here.
Have to make this, too. You don't want to give up another deuce. Way out there.
Be careful now if it's the same as the other side and it just starts to come down. And look at this. Look at this. Wow. And almost behind. She'll drag it there and put it in the top 4. Great guess.
For whatever reason, Satsuki's intern, she's popping it out a little bit. The 2 wide open hits missed in this, coming in the same direction, the same spot, and that was brilliant weight, but it didn't have a chance on the curl.
What'd you guys get on that draw? 12-8 or something like that?
13.
13 on that draw. We were getting early in the week, I think 14-4 to 14.5 for top 4.
Amazing.
Whoa, Jill. Close, yep! Hard!
McEwen, an officer, now being called off by Caitlin Laws. Clean, brush goes up by the guard. Sit there for 2 more. Jennifer Jones, Team North America, taking advantage of a shaky start by Satsuki Fujisawa. That steal of 2 in the second. A big turnaround through the first 4. When we come back, we'll go inside the new home of the Vegas NHL team, T-Mobile Arena, here in Las Vegas.
The 2017 World Financial Group Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures.
It shines like a brand new copper penny on the Las Vegas Strip, and it took $375 million to build T-Mobile Arena. Privately owned by MGM, it is the new home of the NHL Vegas Golden Knights, who begin play next October. And of course features all the latest amenities for those watching from the seats or one of the 54 luxury suites. And let's not forget, this is Vegas.
One of the very unique things about T-Mobile will be their cocktail program. Their mixology, as they refer to it today. Tony Abouganim is the head of that cocktail program. What are you going to make for us?
Well, Vic, as you mentioned, here at T-Mobile, we really focus in on fresh, handcrafted cocktails. And at Goose Island Lounge, ice is a huge element.
Okay, that's appropriate for a new hockey team.
Absolutely. So I'm going to make you one of our signature ice cubes that we serve over one of our signature drinks, the barrel-aged Negroni.
All right.
So Negroni, simple drink, Vic. Equal parts Campari,
right,
gin, and then sweet vermouth. And what we do is we mix it, we put it into a 10-liter barrel. We let it sit there for 5 weeks to mellow. We bottle it, and then we serve it over our signature ice. Oh.
All right.
How beautiful.
I want to see this ice now.
All right, here we go. Now we should have our cube ready.
How's that? A perfect diamond ice for a hockey team, which will be a diamond in the rough. Tony, you're the best.
Oh, cheers, Vic.
The 2017 World Financial Group Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by Scotties Sponge Towels Purex and Cashmere. Proud to support the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. By Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada. And by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice.
Paul Trulson, the head coach of Team World, along with J.D. Lind, who is there as a translator. He is their coach, of course, in Japan. And it has been a struggle for Satsuki Fujisawa as we check the numbers after 4. 5-1 on the scoreboard and 66 team percentage, and then hit percentage at 56. And of course, you go back to those 2 that she flashed in the second to give up that steal of 2. As we welcome you back on this Saturday afternoon, day 3 from the Orleans Arena. This is the World Financial Group Continental Cup, and it's team play. 5-1, Jennifer Jones and Team North America leading Fujisawa, who does have the last draw. She has the hammer playing the Yellowstones here in 5. First stone from Dawn McEwen goes to the back 4, just hanging onto the back of the button, and up goes the corner from Yurika Yoshida.
Jennifer made a skip's deuce the old-fashioned way too. Beautiful shots and stick that run back. It was such a bonus, and then it followed up with that soft shot, and looks like a totally different Jennifer Jones than we watched yesterday.
Curling, but it looks heavy still. It looks all here. Just bite the 4. Just bite the 4. 13-4 on this. Huh? 13-4. Let her out. Good.
Anna Hasselberg out of Sweden picked up 1 in the 4th and has the lead against Chelsea Carey, who has the last rock. She has the hammer playing 5. And again, a reminder, we're playing just 8. Each of these games worth 1 point in the race to 30.5 to claim the Continental Cup. We won't break any ties, no extra ends, we just split the point.
Good opportunity to just come down and maybe tap these back for a bit of a wall. Should have liked to curled up just a little bit more and split those.
Clean, yep, yep. Hard. You gotta go, Caitlin. You gotta go. Keep going, keep going.
Must be throwing it like that or something.
Good. You're good.
Throwing it
Never
like
know.
that, they're
No,
feeling.
it's good. You're good. I like it.
Right, yeah, I like that, don't you? I mean, so Jill's little doubt has been, she has a little self-doubt. Am I throwing it? No, you're doing just fine. Just we're gonna just nip that right now. Don't even think about anything else. You're throwing it fine.
Yeah, don't get that in your mind to adjust, because obviously Jen likes the way she's thrown it. She'll just adjust on the broom side of things. If you get 2 adjustments happening, that's where the issues start coming in. Somebody takes more ice and the other person starts to set the stone, because now you get flashes happening. They've played together for so many years.
No kidding.
Simple communication between the 2 of them.
Yeah, boy, years. They go back to their junior days and a Canadian junior title in '94.
I'm thinking they've played together 20-some years.
Yep.
That's what Jill told me.
Okay, clean, clean.
20-some seasons together.
Just grabs fresh stuff and it just throws. Yeah.
That in itself is tough. You know, you see teams that have played together for years, and what happens over time is you just kind of don't seem to play for each other anymore, and that's when some switches have to happen. But they somehow have the ability to play together and still kind of drive each other as well.
That constant motivation, this team, Vic's mentioned it a few times, and I was coaching my daughter at a couple of bonspiels this year, and they're off at some curling club somewhere, and pounding away trying to win games, and it's just incredible, the motivation.
Yeah, and even Nicholas Edin talked about playing, he's only doing the arena routes. Jen and her team, they go to Saskatoon, they do all the club spiels, and that can get even tough when you're not playing under these conditions on great ice surface. So it's
Really hard. Really
definite
hard.
bonus for this team, what they have.
Go. Keep going. Okay, Caitlin.
It's nothing but perfection. You can see it on Caitlin's face.
これより深くなってもダムあるから。オッケー。バックラインか。
バックラインちょっとあってもいい？
いいよ。オッケー。近いよ。上と近いよ。クリーン。7、6、ちょっとダウンかな。ダウンだって。
Mari Motohashi.
前はいいよ。 Go, 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 8つ出た。Go, go, go, go. 14.5.
I wonder if they're struggling a little bit with the rocks. Really, really short and on a lot of the
Try
draws.
this double peel. You just might tick them in, that's all. I don't mind going for it. Oh,
And it has been Mari to that point,
Yeah.
Russ. It has been, so possibly.
Remember the come around to the forefoot that ended up 6 inches over the hog line.
Yeah.
I guess. Could guard that. She's got that. But it's angled. Like, it would be hard to roll everything over here.
For which, sorry?
If we guard.
Yeah. I like going for this. Like, worst case, I hit this thin right and with our spins in there.
Yeah. Quarter rock is good.
Okay.
Okay.
I like it.
Caitlin runs miles on this team, and it's for good reason because she skipped all those years in the junior level, extremely successful.
I think this will run.
Coming down and talking about it really helps her refocus and find out where to hit it.
In a 2-2 tie, we drop in on the game between Heath McCormick and his U.S. team out of the Four Seasons Curling Club in Blaine, Minnesota. And sitting that one, corner frozen. This is a draw for 2 to take the lead against Rasmus Sterna, last year's silver medalist at the Worlds in Basel, Switzerland, losing to Kevin Cooey. Big carry. And yes! Thank you, Corey Trapkin and Tom Howell.
I think it's going to have to hit this pretty thin to make the double.
I like it.
It's there.
Quarter, hey? Yeah. I think so. If I dead nut it there, then yeah.
Thick quarter of the rocks. He's not aiming at a lot of granite here.
Seems to be just that center line it grabs. So, you know, she
Sorry.
threw that really well, and you just any tighter to that center line where you have another foot and that will run on you.
I'm sure she was thinking
Must be
protect
talking
there
about
too a
it.
little bit because you certainly didn't want to flash by on the wide side.
No, I think she even said, even if I jam.
Yes.
Based on the score.
あれさ、10の時より幅取ってるよ。同じぐらい。いや、幅取ってるね。
Nose hit. I think Jennifer will have an opportunity to make a flat double. I'd love to roll a little to the right of her screen here, just a bit. This spot's moved too. Ooh, it's outside the line.
Doesn't one end up grouping them? And now could you do something with this?
She might have gotten herself lucky a little bit because there is a bit of a
Too flat?
jam.
Well, the double's there, but to
Okay.
do it, you have to hit it about where I've got my arrow, and it goes that way, Vic.
Okay.
Can you hit the other one first and try to go right across here?
I think so. I think that would be the safest way.
Easier off
So,
the other one.
so
but,
more weight,
well, but we
hit
can't.
a
Yeah.
thick half. Now
There you go.
You're gonna lose some power with this one though, Vic, by hitting it thicker. So and you got to get that one to go at least that far. So Jennifer has to throw a pile of speed here.
And she said as much. It's easier off of this one. You have to do it this way.
Notice Jennifer's throwing the in turn. So when this rock hits, it'll spin and give her that much more power.
A reset.
You throw the out turn here, it'll stick. It won't roll as far.
That's one of the things we noticed starting Thursday night, most of yesterday, particularly last night. The houses with the frost are not quite as lively, so doesn't matter how lively the stones are. They're just rocks weren't moving in the house. Final stone. Jen Jones, one, kick it, and away it goes.
The awareness to not play the other double because of the jam. The awareness to play the right turn to get the action. Brilliant.
We've seen that arm go up so many times. I'm surprised she hasn't thrown the shoulder out. I mean, it's just, it's up there all the time. Oh, she's that good. I told you the story about, legendary story about her having her own key to the St. Vital Curling Club and going in when she was practicing law in Winnipeg. She'd go in, open the door, turn the lights on, practice, put the brush away, pack it up, turn off the lights, lock the door, and go to work. Remarkable. For the one. Great shot by Jennifer Jones. Satsuki Fujisawa responds with a single. 5-2 Jones. Let's check in on Anna Hasselberg playing the reigning Canadian champion, Chelsea Carey. 3-2 Hasselberg leading, and Carey's last coming up. Not having the best of seasons, currently 8th on the tour. Won a first event back in August, but hasn't won since then. But is playing very well here as she picks up 2 to take a 4-3 lead, going to 6. So coming into this Saturday afternoon draw, North America with the 4-point lead. In mixed doubles earlier today, North America, each of those games was worth 2 points. North America won 2 of the 3, pardon me. And now we've got team matches today, this afternoon, and more team matches coming your way tonight at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Lovely double gets Jennifer Jones out of trouble, and follow up hit and stick by Satsuki Fujisawa. She gets her single. 5-2. Jones leads it as we go to 6, and it is the Olympic gold medal winner, Jones, who does have last rock. She has the hammer playing the red stones here in 6.
Line's tight. You're good.
Line's fine.
No, it's just going to come out. Line's good. I'll wait. Top 4.
Line's good.
You can probably get in there.
Yep. Yep. It doesn't need to curl. Oh. Good.
Good.
Real good. Good shot. Perfect, Dawn.
I remember her throwing.
A lot of people want their autograph. Of course, the world team, Nicholas Edin, well known now to our viewers across the country. The 2-time world champion will play Kevin Cooey, the reigning world champion, tonight. That's our featured game when we join you again, 9:30 Eastern Time on TSN 1, 3, 4, and 5.
That could be a great matchup between those two teams. Got laser hitters on both sides. Edin's had an incredible season.
And Kevin, talking to Brian earlier today, said, you know, we haven't had the best of seasons. And again, the edge may be off with their championship, with their spot already in the trials.
Yeah, it can be tough to maintain that. I'm sure that that was part of their discussion going into this year is, you know, if we don't do as many events, will we lose a little bit of an edge? That could be a possibility, but are we okay with it? Sure, you know, you just can't maintain it. Their focus is the trials and hopefully the Olympics for them next year. So.
And the Briar, and they don't.
Of course, they're going to that too.
Yeah,
at St. John's,
and they don't have to do anything to get into that, and they don't have to do anything to get in the trial. So it's yeah, right. you could see them putting it in neutral for a little while, whether they wanted to or not. It's just tough to stay up for all these events.
Okay. 3/4. How much you say? 3/4? Yeah. Do you like it or you want to just peel? I like trying it. If we just peel, that's fine.
She said 3/4?
3/4, yeah.
Watch Jill's out-turn setup here. You're normally counter-turn the rock about to 2 o'clock. She's got it right to 3 o'clock. It's almost totally at a 90-degree angle, and that's what gives her that extra rotation.
Yeah, it's.
So when this rock makes contact, it'll just explode out of there because of the rotation.
there was initial worry there that she may have been outside a little bit, but it came back for her.
A little trouble with the landing gear.
Yeah, she wobbled a little bit coming out. Quite balanced.
It's interesting how teams will follow a lead. The Jones team with Jill at second, and that ability to throw the up weight, and now you're seeing it being picked up, imitated, mimicked by other teams.
Yeah, she was one of the first in the women's games.
I think of Joanne Courtney with Rachel Holman. That was a specific go out and get for Holman.
Well, it allowed teams to all of a sudden go a little bit more offensive when you had this second that could maybe bail on their last or even on their first with this big weight, move a lot of rocks. And the Jen was the first one to really step that part of her game up and go ultra aggressive with that ability.
No, just whoa, just clean.
Jennifer Jones does have last rock here in 6 and is sitting the 1. Top 8 behind no cover now.
Missed this double a couple times. They missed it the pro way. You can't over curl that trying so hard to make the double and take out your own. So this simple peel because of the score is still a good shot.
Just further to that, Cheryl, at the second position, I know that there was the argument that female curler couldn't throw it as hard, can't throw it as hard. But with leg drive, did you work on that? And did you tell your team to work on leg drive?
Yeah, and I think that is the one thing that Jill did really bring to the game was the start of the fitness level, start of, you know, working on that leg drive ability, which is huge. I mean, you don't have the same weight as a male player would, and so you're not going to get that same kind of weight, but you can get your maximum effort when you're at the gym, doing squats, lunges, a lot of things you can do to really come out of the hack at a lot faster rate. And then the arm extension was the last thing that was added with accuracy, because for a lot of years, you know, the women's players couldn't throw that extension with that accuracy, and then they really did perfect it.
The other thing too is, Russ, you know, we've seen if you don't naturally throw it that way, you tend to then overthrow it, and then the rock is in the next sheet.
No question about it. It's like the golfer, isn't it? You've only got so much, and then you're out of your comfort zone, and then you're losing accuracy. One thing to be able to throw it hard, but to be that accurate. Caitlin can throw them hard too. Hey, she's just amazing.
Her fitness level is
For
pretty
her
incredible.
size, yeah. That's the thing.
There's not many curlers these days that aren't fit and that don't work on that part of the game. It's just that extra edge that they all have now and need.
Boy, just speed control again.
Not there today. Really not.
Yeah. Sorry, where'd you have the broom? On center? Jen?
I think they
Is
take
that where you had it?
a little more than that.
Yeah, I think so, yep. I like hitting it thin and trying to get it out of there, yeah.
Are we?
I just don't want to leave them staggered like ours. And
Jen Jones in her first.
10 and a half. Please. Just 10 and a half.
Yeah, whoa. Oh! No, close.
No. Unless we take
Roll it, dude. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Really good. What did you get, Caitlin? 10-2.
Perfect weight control.
Yeah, 10-2.
That's the secret to Team Jones, in my opinion. Picking the right choice for speed and then executing the right speed. Just clicked that off her own, rolled it over, separation, no double. Controlling the cue ball. No choice now. And the guard's so long. How do you hide it?
Yeah, it's the best chance she has.
Fujisawa, this is her last. Big scrub to hold it and now roll it. And it will pop out into the open. Sitting on the edge of the 8-4 shot stone for the moment.
Hers ran really straight here. She set hers. But I think I just throw a 9 and I hit it in the rock way.
That goes back to Satsuki missing those 2 intern hits there. You heard Jen just say she had set both of those. So she's tightened the ace up, but
A little disappointed. You thought Fujisawa would probably play a little better than this, don't you?
I did, you know, and I think it has been that the ice has gone from one way when they started, and then they kind of adapted to the frost situation, throwing some bigger weight. It got used to the curl, and now it's back to a little bit straighter like they were, and they just really haven't caught on.
Clean. Yep. Hard. Clean. Good, you're good. Clean. Yep. Right to it. Right to it.
Just so good, right down the line. From McEwen to Officer to Laws to Jones. And she'll pick up 2 more. Jennifer Jones, Team North America, in control by 5. Just wasn't the game we expected from Satsuki Fujisawa against Jennifer Jones. Really, she made the wrong play in 1. The jam led to a single. Jones could have really busted it open there, had 4. And then Fujisawa flashed 2 stones in the second. It was 3-0 and all but over. 7-2 now. And look at Fujisawa as a team at 71%. The game story is brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada. Let's update this game now in the middle of the Orleans. Rasmus Sterne against Heath McCormick. Sterne out of Hvidovre in Denmark. Heath McCormick from the Four Seasons Curling Club in Blaine, Minnesota. And of course, Sterna is the silver medalist at the Men's Worlds, losing to Kevin Cooey in Basel, Switzerland.
Soft break, delicate out turn here. Possible chance for 2.
And that will be 2 more. And so they are tied at 4. Remembering, of course, that each of these games is worth a single point. And now an update for you. Anna Hasselberg against Chelsea Carey after Carey got 2 in 5. And this is the final stone for the 27-year-old Hasselberg from a town Sundbybergs, just northwest of Stockholm. The silver medalist from the recent Euros in December in Glasgow when she lost to Victoria Moiseyeva of Russia. And it will stop just back edge for the single, and we're tied there as well. We're tied at 4. When we come back, we'll pick up play featuring Hasselberg against Carey with Jones in control. On this Saturday afternoon from the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas, we continue with our coverage. The World Financial Group Continental Cup making the move now to the other side of the arena to Sheet C and picking up the game between Anna Hasselberg of Sweden against Chelsea Carey from the Glencoe Club in Calgary, the reigning Canadian champion. We're tied at 4, and it is Carey that does have last rock. She has the hammer playing the Redstones.
She'll keep her eye open for a blank opportunity possibly in this end.
It was the time bumper, it wasn't.
You really don't want to get forced in this if you're Team North America. You'd like a blank or you'd like to get your deuce is the best situation.
Knockenhauer and Hasselberg playing together on that 2010 World Junior winning team, winning over Rachel Holman that year. Remembering, of course, that the World has that extra year. They have the 21-year age limit, whereas in Canada, we max out at the age of 20. Though some people will say still a junior at 62.
Some would say that. Right?
Yes, some would say that.
Trying to save this.
Not.
With my gut, it was just going to move. She threw it well.
Shot rock, back edge of the 4.
Good feedback from Chelsea, saying she threw it well. You know what it's going to do next time now.
Agnes was in Swift Current last year. The Swedes do that often, bringing players along, letting them be alternates at World Championships. So she was part of that Margareta Sigfridsson team last year in Swift Current. Getting the feel of what it's like to go to Worlds, the pressure of the Worlds.
There's great opportunities for those players.
Pretty thin. Like a third. Okay.
It's definitely the advantage most of the world has over Canada. We've got the depth, of course, but the problem with depth is you get different winners all the time, and it's tough to get a lot of experience where you see, you know, a guy like Olsrud, you just back time and time and time again, and it gets to be old hat, and he's really seen it all, and that has to help.
Well, then he'll bring, and you know, Paul Trulson may say, oops. Yikes. Jocelyn Peterman. But Paul Trulson may say, okay, Thomas, you're going to take a young player and show him the ropes, because, I mean, Trulson won't be able to play forever. Right. And they do have some depth coming along, according to Trulson.
broom 7 inches outside edge of the 12 here. It's turning a little bit white here, so this could slow down. That's exactly what happened.
Really critical so they bounce off in case they have to use any of those rocks.
Can't get them all, but I think you got to peel something.
The middle two?
Don't you? Or you go around this now?
Well, it's tempting. Those are overlapped, so she doesn't have much of a to play out there.
You can get all the yellows going, but your shooter stays right there, so it's no good.
Well, go around it, hit it on my second one. Yeah, well, based on that.
I know it's scary, but
this is really ugly.
Yeah, oh no, I don't like that. If you're doing it, it's this way.
You can get all three. You really can, but Chelsea's got to figure it out. Then the red one stays here, and it's not really helping that much. We'll go to plan B, and
We're leaving a guard for sure, no matter what I do in there. Like for sure, because they're all kind of even-ish, you know. Speed out here, you think?
The only difference is you're leaving your own guard, your own rock.
Yes. There's only one of them. There's three raises here now for your opponent. I agree. I'd be hitting. Amy makes this real good.
Line's close.
It's great, but boy, it's got to be made, and she's out pretty wide here.
Line'll be good if weight's
Same
good.
situation as the last rock that came down. Could die.
You're fine for line. You're fine for line. Six. Josh, if anyone. Me.
Well, if you can.
Yep. Only if you can. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh. What was that, Chelsea?
13.
Just follow it down now. 13, it's just never got quite back up to speed that it was the first day.
Must be a little bit of frost hanging around it. It is turning a little bit whiter. See it on the blue paint there.
And they'll push it back and roll away.
Button.
And that appears to be the shot stone
It's the third rock
by
down,
just
so
that much.
3-8. Yeah, we'll manage it a little better.
Team Hasselberg's already accomplished what they wanted to do. It's not going to be a blank.
Line's good.
And you're way out there. You're way out there. Gotta
It's a
wait
little
on
different mindset though, Russ, don't you think? Now you get forced here, and then Hasselberg, you don't break ties.
Right.
So it's not quite as critical as it would be in a traditional game.
It needs to warp like crazy.
We're to it. Little tap.
Okay. Okay.
Are we second back there? It might be. I think that was a little less or same?
I thought you threw a little less. I felt like you threw less, but it ran out there harder, right? And we didn't swing this one.
Yeah. Tror du lite mindre än min, eller?
Ja, den här hängde
Nu
kvar.
hade du så på mig.
Så hade jag det.
Fast man kan till och med fridra.
Det hade jag. Okej. Det går raka,
Never
raka.
leave this top button buried. It'd be better.
Is red second? It looks like it
Yes.
Styra på den!
Det där är inte jättelite is.
Kloss fryser ju också bra.
Är det inte jättelite is, eller?
Va? Så hade bara så här mycket mer på Sara.
Ta lite till! Kloss fryser bra!
Absolut!
Det där är samma som du.
Du har spelat fartmässigt med lite mer sop än vad hon har gjort, bara så du vet. Tänk om dina kommer falla lite mer, men...
We were talking yesterday about the Norwegians, Christopher Sva and Håvard Pettersson were saying how they've admired her and watched her from the age of about 16. They played with her in a mixed tournament. There's one it's in Garmisch, a large European just mixed tournament with 80 teams or something. They won it with her as the skip at the age of 16.
Yikes.
That's how good this young lady has been for so long. Got a great future. She's had a great year, great season so far. No.
Oh, big error there.
What a stuck.
Yeah, and if it ever came a little too deep and it was there,
It's not bad either, yeah. Anywhere in that path, as long as the weight's close.
Yep.
Under curl's the miss, though, probably, as long as, because over curl's death, right?
Yes.
So that's your ice. I don't think we'd change it, do we?
Maybe just a touch more? Or do you think I wasn't crazy out there? It was good?
No, I thought you were fine, but
let's
we
follow
want to curl it a little more than yours, right?
Well, we've noticed it at the Canada Cup, and we really have taken note here. This team is trying to simplify things. Remember last year at the Worlds, they broke everything down to the second and third decimal point, and it really became almost silly, tough to listen to, but they now have simplified it, and players basically get in there and throw from feel and some confidence.
Well, and I think that's probably contributed a bit to the average season they've had so far, because that takes time to adapt to all that timing and all the changes. But, you know, just even listening to Chelsea, she sounds so much more confident, and we've heard her all year. So obviously starting to figure it out, and this event is helping, I'm sure.
Kudos to make that change to the Canadian champion, and you're going to say, well, no, we want to get better. Oh, that's out there, though. Going to have to get the in off here.
You heard Amy Nixon play it. Oh, well done, Amy Nixon.
Great communication, guys. Good call. That's a really cheap way to make that shot, but I'll take it.
Oh, I like it, yeah.
Well, they said it right out of my handle. Like, it's good communication. It's well managed, but it's lucky.
I'm happy.
Kom ner och kolla. Vi kan också ta time nu om vi vill.
You could make the nose double, Cheryl. It would be a tricky deuce.
Det är svårt, men...
Hon kommer vara den här.
Vi måste ta time nu.
This is more about where you're leaving your shooter.
Each team given one 90-second timeout. And so the team captain, Team World Handicap, the four-time Olympian.
Va?
Vi får inte röra sig i den, va?
Nej, inte i den. Nej, men jag menar så här. What do you think?
You have two possibilities. You draw through the port or you run this back. This is easy. It's maybe more easy to run this back because you just then you can lie with two. This is better than this one. Or even with normal take or just tap it back.
It's very heavy here, so probably peel if we're throwing on this side.
Whatever you feel more comfortable, but they're lying three.
Yeah.
It's possible, but draw through the port.
Do you think
It's
we
really,
can do
it's possible.
this double? Over here, no.
Alltså den andra kommer ju ryka, de kommer alltid ligga två.
Ja, två, men två är bra ifall vi ska square.
Då får vi tre.
No, but in 90.
Jag gillar den där, det är ett svårt spår, men jag gillar
I think this is not a tough one.
No, I like that.
Just run it back.
I don't think we can throw 9. It's too heavy here. With peel.
De har ju varit här.
Look the angle.
Yes.
I think they're looking this way, Cheryl.
Agreed.
That's tough. That is just tough. The one I drew up first, the nose hit double goes. It's got to be pretty precise. But the nice part about it is it chokes off the out-turn draw. So you make the double. It looks like Carey's shot at the back if the double's made. But how do you get your two? You miss this. Is draw for 4. Game over.
Jag tror verkligen att vi ska försöka på det här.
What was the other option they looked at was out-turn draw through the port.
Yep, that's there too. Tough.
Yeah, and they're laying 3. That's why I would hesitate on that.
This is a very good result also. It's a chance to steal this way, so the coach isn't wrong. It's just, I think it's just a wee bit tougher shot.
Final stone for Hasselborg and Team World. Oh, it'll squirt too far. Sitting the 1. Top of the 4th, and the game we started with is now over. And it's another point for Team North America as Jennifer Jones picks up the win, make the final 8-2 over Satsuki Fujisawa.
Hi, Cameron.
Heel of 1 in the 7th.
Not easy, but I don't know what else.
Clinches it for Jones, and it's now a 5-point difference. North America leading. Now remember, last year at this time, when we came into this stage of the event, it was the world leading by 4. And remember how it finished. North America winning by 1.
Anna Hasselberg made a beauty there. The double raise peel weight. Didn't get the result she wanted, but moved them back far enough. But this is only for 2.
Chelsea Carey having to tune out the crowd, responding to the men's game in the middle.
Can't. Don't want to at all.
Peters, Peterman, can't, haven't.
Go.
And that little rub, that little roll will get them 2. Jen Jones, Caitlin Laws take a seat. They've done their job. They've picked up a point. Chelsea Carey trying to do the same.
The 2017 World Financial Group Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures.
Well, let's update the game between Keith McCormick and Rasmus Sterna. And you see those 2 reds. Just top edge of the button, back edge of the button. They belong to McCormick. And his final stone out of the Four Seasons Club in Blaine, Minnesota. McCormick, dual citizen, won the U.S. Championship in 2012, trying to come in for a possible 3rd. Will get the 2 and take a 6-4 lead.
The 2017 World Financial Group Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada, by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice, and by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for 22 years.
So one game here at the Orleans Arena is over, and it's a point for Team North America with the win by Jennifer Jones. And as things stand right now, it's a clean sweep for North America with McCormick leading and also Chelsea Carey leading up 6-4. As we welcome you back, we go to the 8th, and Anna Hasselberg will have last rock. She has the hammer playing the Yellowstones, needing 2 to tie. And remember now, we will not break ties. We will have no extras. We'll just split that single point.
Well, that's how important that shot was of Chelsea's on her last one. To get that deuce, you overthrow that a little bit and come up and get your 1 only. And then this is a possibility where Hasselberg gets a deuce. And if she does that now, it's a split point. Big shot by Chelsea.
When you're leading like North America is, split points are fine. You can just eliminate 1 more game. Team World here in both cases needs to find a way to score 3 to cut that lead down a little bit.
Let's go, Joss. Nice throw here. Yep. Quick. Yep. Quick. Hard. Right to it. Hard, Laney, right out. Go. All the way. Nice. Good sweep, guys.
Just keep putting these back same spot, even with their other guard. So there's no double opportunity for Team North America.
Which is an art in itself, isn't it? You know, the skips train themselves to draw the forefoot, but now you're using in-turn wide, out-turn wide, slightly different pass, and you want that exact speed. Like, that's 2 feet farther than you wanted, but good enough. It's tricky.
Jocelyn
Whoa.
Peterman.
Whoa.
No more.
No. No, never. Never. Okay, you're okay. Good.
And good it is.
Pretty nice, another couple inches, and all you're trying to do is set up a pocket somewhere you can freeze. It's impossible for Team Carey to remove your stone if you make a freeze on there.
No, clean.
Whoa. Whoa. You're
It's
okay.
good.
You're
Yep.
good. You're good. Nice, Nick.
Amy Nixon.
Yes, Amy wouldn't have been unhappy to take that red one out of there either. Take away that potential wall.
Yeah, she knows what's coming.
Sarah McManus, her father is a Scottish soccer player. Ended up going to play in Sweden, Gothenburg. Stayed there, married a Swedish lady, and she's taken up the game, and of course has her father's Scottish name, McManus. Her sister also plays.
Pretty nice result on hers.
I don't think Amy can get this out of there, do you?
No, just to
Hard all the way.
try and unlock it.
Whoa.
Save it for the next one.
Close. Good. Thanks.
Oh, there's a pocket for sure.
Good, Nick. Nice throw. It's good. Way to be on it. Yeah.
Both teams are happy, and a chance to put the second rock in play here for the team that needs the deuce, but they're going to be grouped together, which gives Chelsea Carey a chance to make a double possibly at some point in time, depending where this lands.
Moberg, Knockenhauer, Hasselberg calling them off, and now waiting for it to snuggle up.
We know that they both go, don't they? I think it holds a lite över when
Vad sa du?
Ska vi inte hålla det lite eller? Så hade jag chappat.
Då hade de ju kunnat spela dubbeln, för då hade det varit mer utrymme, för då hade den där blivit längre ner ju.
Come here, Joss!
Why don't we call a timeout now?
I think so.
Timeout.
They tapped that a bit farther than they wanted to.
I think that's the call, isn't it? Kill the back one and try to roll to the inside.
For
of
sure
this.
it is.
Pretty good.
For sure
Yeah.
it is, yeah.
Right?
I think so.
I mean, I don't know what else you would do. Like, you play that double and it nuts
Just
there, it's
kill
still
this
not
and
great.
try to roll in here. Okay?
So will that 6 go off though? What are you playing? The height to kill?
This.
To kill this.
To kill the back one.
That'll go with
And
that
sit.
shot, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
You
this will
gotta
go.
play the
All right.
out turn though, hey?
The only other shot's just nailing the 6 half, the
Yeah,
5
and
goals.
let it jam.
An
Yeah.
airline shot.
I think you
and-
play this with firm. It might clip it, but that's okay with
But
me.
it's
I
going
actually
for
would
sure.
prefer
eh?
it.
With the nose, it's going?
I think, well, yeah, we're going to try to get across it, but I think I just throw peel, make sure that goes,
Yeah.
and then we're okay, right?
Coach
It
Rick
should.
Lang was a
It's
little
like-
worried that
yeah, but I
red-yellow
think
combo
it's
would
touching
stick
it
on
at
the back
most,
red,
so I
and it
think you just
won't.
throw peel
He just he's off to the side. He can't really see.
If anything, we want to just go to here.
You don't want to cross it too much,
That's
though.
right. I agree. You gotta throw
I'd
pretty
rather
hard.
leave that one open on nose hit and let those go away. They're both going to be bunched for a
Nose
deuce.
this?
No, I'm talking
Oh,
just.
this. Agreed.
Yeah, I don't think you want to come this way very much.
I agree. I think if anything.
Like, what's wrong
just
with the
to there
nose?
is Okay.
Then she just noses it and kills the Reds.
Yeah, but she's going to have a tight area to score 2 in.
Yeah.
What's wrong with to there, though?
Yeah.
Then she can't. She
Yeah,
can't
but I
kill
want to
both.
make sure that
We
5
gotta
goes,
get rid
right?
of this 5. And he's not wrong.
We got to make sure
Oh,
the
I
5
know.
goes.
I know. I understand that, but I think it goes. I think you throw peel and it'll go and get close to the nose.
I think they both go.
Good heads-up call. A lot of times you'd look at playing that yellow double, but it could jam, so just get rid of one.
throw peel to make sure we kill
Yellow
the
double will jam.
Reminder Sports Center comes up next. The NFL playoffs resume, and Seattle and Atlanta are first up.
Yeah.
They call Jocelyn down because she is a former skip, won a Canadian Junior Championship as a skip not too many years ago.
Yep. Oh, yep. Yes!
Rick was just worried because Chelsea really wanted to hit the inside of this red stone. Wants to make sure one yellow goes.
And one yellow does go. Shooter now bounces up and away. Shot rock.
For her to do her whole routine.
It does appear that it is the world stone, the Hasselborg stone.
Okay.
That's good. No, I like it. It's
See,
nice throw.
it kills it for fun.
Yeah.
Like,
Vi gör den.
Hon fryser på då. Hur får vi 2 då?
Fast då blockar vägen.
Double looks tempting, Cheryl. I know it's not an easy shot, but then you roll over to a spot there's no yellow double.
Tycker du, Fia?
You could also hit the yellow on the left-hand side and roll and have separation. But then you're only sitting one.
Lägger vi här och så gör hon den.
Hur då?
Så att vi,
Ska vi ner här, eller?
Vi igång 2 så har vi.
Jag kan tycka dra här.
Här? Det enda är om vi lägger där. Säg kanske den blir kvar.
You always want to draw in this situation, but where do you put it?
Ja.
And
Gillar
you
du
don't
det,
leave him something easy.
Jag vill dra härifrån.
Could set up a double here.
Se till att
Det är helt okej att hamna
I think
framför
they're calling the freeze onto their own.
styr i och för sig är också
Hasselborg has already used their her
Ja.
timeout. You see the time remaining. Thinking time, of course.
Gillar ni den?
Det känns som vi gör så svårt slag om vi fryser den över. Den är lättare.
Extremely tough to get the right angle here.
Topp 4 frys.
Vad har ni haft för farter?
Fina farter.
Remembering a double from Chelsea Carey wins the game.
Now, did I understand her correctly? If she can get this on the corner in the right spot, she also protects her shot stone a little bit as well. Or is that not?
I think she's trying to. I think she's trying to put it on the corner of the yellow one.
She is.
Her own
Oh,
rock.
okay. I apologize. She was trying to go on the corner of the red.
Bra linje, ja! 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 Gå tidigare! På!
McManus
Perfekt linje!
calling on the brushing. Moberg, Knockenhauer, Hasselborg right up behind.
Light and over curl.
Yeah, so precise.
Satan.
You just hit that top red one, roll anywhere. You've got a chance for your 2.
Fan vad den kom in.
Ja, verkligen.
yeah, I know.
Okay, normal?
Yeah.
Cheryl, and it's curious to me. Russ sees it.
Just hit and roll. And
Hit, double, roll. Why doesn't that curler see it?
You know, I think it's sometimes, you know, the forest for the trees you get so focused on. I got to get something in here. I got to freeze. You don't see the simpler shot.
Up by 2. We're keeping an eye here on Heath McCormick out of Blaine, Minnesota. Has a chance to end it.
Straight to it.
Flies, raises the brush. And the hands come out. And it's another point for Team North America. Make the final. 6-4. Chelsea Carey, as the crowd is a factor here. Nixon calling them off.
No!
Don't touch.
roll it a little
Just throw
further.
Chelsea.
Stretching the lead now to 6 points.
Now she's got the double.
Yeah,
Now she
roll it a
sees
little
the double.
further.
Well, little, but then
Yep.
she, you know, if you
That
roll it a
same
half
double.
rock more, it's just a
I'm really surprised
I know,
Chelsea didn't come down because that red one wasn't there and take that one out. Soft weight, roll in, sit 3. There'd have to be a triple to get your 2 points here. I'm not, and they seem to be under a time restraint there because they just rushed down there, hit that top one, but they could have sat 3.
Yeah, hit shot stone.
And that might have been the game, but now the double's there for sure. Just a fraction off center.
Can't afford to roll too far. Stone top edge of the 8. Final rock here in the 8. 6-4. North America Carey leads it, trying to hold it. Malbergs, Knockenhauer, bang, and drives it by. And it'll be a clean sweep. for North America as Carey will win it. And 3 points in team play make the final 6-5. Carey is your winner. And so after taking 2 of the 3 mixed games earlier today, Nicholas Edin and Team North America, or Team World, pardon me, find themselves now down by 7 after a shutout performance by Team North America this afternoon, winning all 3. And tonight it'll be more team matches. We will see Nicholas Edin against Kevin Cooey when we join you at 9:30 Eastern Time on TSN 1, 3, 4, and 5. So a terrific afternoon for Team North America as they extend their lead. 1, 2, 3, no, it's 7. The Continental Cup is here on Canada's sports leader, TSN. Sports Center is next.